Hi everyone, my name is JT Pilot, and today I'll be making another video. This time we'll be doing a full 1/4 scale review of this brand new Panda models Delta Airlines Boeing 767-300ER in the 80th anniversary of D-Day / the Battle of Normandy sticker. So this was a November 2024 release, and this is featuring Panda models' brand new 767-300ER mold. Or just the 767-300 mold. And yeah, this was a November 2024 release, and overall, from first impressions, this is a fantastic model, and definitely outclasses the NG version, which we'll be comparing later on in this video. You can see it in the background there. So before I start to review this, I do reviews of 1/4 scale models. So I first will start by reviewing the box of the model, then I'll do an in-depth analysis of the model itself, then to end the video I'll be scoring this model with my JT scoring system. So nonetheless, let's get started. And starting off with the box with this beautiful Panda models Delta 767-300. So this is your pretty typical Panda models box for their Delta products. So on the top you have the Boeing 767-300 titles, the CGI image in the center, and the Delta logo on the bottom. And this is a 1/4 scale product. On the bottom you have the Delta logo, and then you have the CGI image with the actual Delta 767, the Battle of Normandy livery, November 171 Delta Zulu. And this aircraft has had an interesting history over at Delta. I believe it was delivered in 1998, and then I believe in like around prior to 2014, it was wearing the Habitat for Humanity livery. So that's a different livery I didn't know existed until today. And yeah, hopefully somebody will do that in the future. Pretty unique livery that's never been done before. So so then it was repainted back to normal livery, and now it's in this D-Day sticker. And I believe this year it has been repainted back to normal livery. So a lot of livery changes on this specific aircraft, so something to note. And yeah, so right side of the box, you have the Boeing 767 titles, your Delta Airlines logo. Top is basically the same as the bottom of the box. Left side of the box there. And then the back of the box, and you have your faded Delta logo and the CGI image, the Boeing 767 titles, and the bottom of the box. And proceeding onto the model itself. Start with the front portion of the model, you have your SATCOM box, you have your cockpit windows, you have your 80th anniversary of D-Day and the Battle of Normandy, so that's looking great there. You have your nose landing gear. Yeah, really beautiful titles there. And then you have your SkyTeam logo, the L1 door, you have your Delta titles, you have another antenna. And then you have your passenger windows, which are looking great. And then you have your engines there. These are the GE CF6 engines. So these are looking beautiful there. Really great detail to them. Yeah. You have your landing light. You have your emergency escape doors and emergency escape paths on the wing. Then, yeah, lots of detail with the flaps and slats there, your speed brakes and such. And then you have your nav light there, and you have the winglet looking beautiful there. The winglet is the perfect size as well. And then you have another winglet there. And I can show you guys some more details of the model. Then you have two SATCOM boxes, which is accurate to the real-life aircraft. More passenger windows. Another antenna. United States flag. In the registration was number 171 Delta Zulu. L2 door, and the beautiful Delta Airlines tail. And then you have the back portion of the model, so there is the tail, the empennage, so that's looking great. You have your vertical stabilizer and horizontal stabilizer, and you have your APU exhaust there. And then you have the back of the CF6 engines. Yeah, and these are looking great. Then here is the bottom of the model, so here is your empennage there, and that is looking, bottom of the empennage there. You have your doors there, and you have the Delta belly there looking great. You also have a stand hold. You have the main landing gear and the bottom of the wings. And then you got the anti-collision light, a few more details, and the nose landing gear. Then here is the front portion of the model. So here your cockpit windows looking fantastic there. Perfectly aligned, and they look like a Boeing 767. And then you have the insides of the CF6 engines. Look at that fan blade detail there. So Panama did an impressive job with that. And then you have your front of the landing lights and the front of the wings. So so the front portion of this aircraft is looking great. And here we have the right side of the aircraft, which is exactly the same as the left side. except for you have the R2 door there. I mean, R1 door, excuse me. And then you have a baggage hold. And then you have another baggage hold and the R2 door. And that's it for the overview of this model. And now it's a segment of comparison time. And we'll be comparing the Panda models, Delta 767-300, to the NG version. And yes, unfortunately, I did sell my Gemini Jets version, so we cannot compare that in today's video. But it would have been a good comparison, though. But I really want to go over the main differences between these two widely available Delta 767 products in 2025. So, starting off with the nose portions, in the NG nose, it's incorrectly shaped, so it's a little too stretched out, and yeah, the cockpit windows are a little too high, so that is pretty unfortunate there. And yeah, this gear is actually slightly higher as well, so but just a little bit. Another noticeable difference is the tires. So the tires are slightly larger on the NG version, as you can see on the right, while the Panda version has the accurate size. So yes, that's another difference there. There's a few more I want to go over. And all right, so our next difference is the winglet shape. So so the Panda version is slightly more slanted and it's slightly larger, which is definitely more realistic and accurate than the NG version. The NG version, it kind of looks like a 757 winglet. So yes, and if you didn't have the 767 in the background of the image, I would say it's a 757 winglet. Just there's the difference in sizes of them, so that's something to note. And another difference I can see is the wing details are slightly different. The NG version has the metallic shade on the wing, while the Panda does not. So that is something different there to note. And if that matters to you as a collector, let's take that into account. And also on the stabilizer as well, on the elevator. So yeah, that's something to note there. And other than that, the models are pretty comparable to each other. So I guess that's great to see. So them side by side, it's hard to notice the differences, maybe besides winglets, but other than that, these models are pretty comparable to each other. I do have to give the edge to the Panda version just because of the more accurate cockpit windows and the winglets. So, yes, but if NG releases a future 767 without winglets, and I would say the model is, I would say that model would be a really great model to get, and maybe even comparable to the Panda version. But with these two specific examples here, the Panda definitely outclasses the NG version. JT score of this model, so feel free to pause here if you'd like to read about the score, but this model did receive a 79 out of 80. And alright folks, that does conclude today's review. So this model did receive a 98 out of percent, which is an excellent score, and the only thing I deducted point for was lingers, because I don't tell on this model, so hopefully that can be a feature that Panda could add on in the future. Doesn't bother me though, and this is an excellent Panda model. I highly recommend it for anybody to purchase this model and its counterpart without the sticker. And yes, and it's great that Panda models are releasing some 767s, 767-300s now, and I can't wait to see what they'll produce in the future, because there's a lot of models that have not been done in 100 before. So so that's it for this review. I'm JT Pyle, and I'd like to thank you all so much for watching this video, and have a wonderful day. Bye.